Now I gotta make this video quick because my phone is literally only on 7%. I didn't charge it today because the damn power went out. Some stupid tree fell. If you hear the water, that's just a bunch of rain and stuff. Um, and if I sound different, I'm using the portable microphone, not my regular microphone, because I've been traveling. Uh, but yeah, I just saw Looney Tunes the day the Earth blew up. The movie the general public does not know about because it ain't being advertised. Like, it got sabotaged. Like, you know about the Warner Brothers animation decimation of David Zaslav and how he acts to Looney Tunes movie. And, especially the one about the Coyote versus Acme, which I really wanted to see. And, I was hoping if this movie does great at the box office, we'll be finally able to see that movie because, you know, Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation, um, is a good premise, especially being live action. I heard people teared it up. Maybe it's that to draw interest in the movie. Maybe it's not as good as people are saying it's going to be. But the only people that seen it is the actors that worked on it. But anyway, the day the Earth blew up, a Looney Tunes movie, which those words should be reversed. It should be Looney Tunes so people know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, it was a fun, good time. I really liked it, but the theater was dead. The only other people that showed up there was two really old fat guys, probably in their 60s. They had the trucker hat and everything. There wasn't many laughs, but some jokes were funny. Like, there was this joke where they're, like, crying because they're trapped, because the aliens trapped Porky and Daffy, and Daffy smashing his head in the car, and it's like, where did the car come up there? Some of the animation reminded me of Ren and Stimpy with how grotesque they look, and this movie's got an obsession with drawing women with big asses and fat women with cankles for some reason. I don't know. They draw the legs all lumpy and stuff, even on the skinny people. It's a weird obsession, but it's really fun. It's just Porky and Daffy trying to fix their house since there's a giant hole in the roof, and the space alien, he was just trying to fix the place with gum. And then the whole asteroid. But I did feel the drama was forced between Porky and Daffy, and the love stuff of Petunia and Porky. It's cute, but it takes too much of the time. I wanted it more crazy with, like, explosions and stuff, inviting, Looney. But only Daffy was really the loony one. But I know this was supposed to be a direct-to-streaming movie. But the Looney Tunes are supposed to be loony, so Porky complaining about Daffy being loony threw me off, and the whole Farmer Jim thing, that felt like Ren and Stimpy, because he's this dead guy that raised Bugs and Daffy, but he's from space. But I thought the montage was funny, and I liked all the sketches at the end. That was a cool homage to the classic Looney Tunes stuff. The animation sometimes felt closer to Bob Clampett, but it focused too much on the zaniness of the drawings, which I like. I'm glad we finally got a 2D animated American squash and chess animated movie in theaters. It was just a marvel to look at. Like, it was so fascinating. It looked like a moving painting. And but I feel like it could have been more dialogue focused, because the Looney Tunes, the originals were focused on more towards adults. And even Space Jam, to extent the original Space Jam, they set up the jokes with more dialogueness, and then they had a great punchline, which I feel like it really needed more just to have fun. Like, I only laughed out loud a couple times, like when Daffy's all naked and stuff, and the guy's like, "Are you ready to rock it?" And Daffy just screams, "No!" Which, Eric Bauza, he is a fantastic voice actor. Like, he deserves all the praise. And I could tell which characters he voiced, but it did remind me of how Mel Blanc voiced him. So Eric Bauza, out of all the voice actors that get close to him, you have gotten the closest, and you can voice the most. Because he did say if you get the blanket, you get there. But yeah, but us as Looney Tunes fans, like last time I checked the box office, which was just recently, it's only made $3 million and something dollars. I'll put it up on the screen. and the movie's like 15 million to make, and since it has no marketing, it probably needs to make 35 to just be considered a mob success. But I do have a feeling this movie is going to bomb. So if you can, spread the word, support the movie. If you want studios to learn, hey, 2D animation is still awesome. Everybody wants to see 2D animation, and the Looney Tunes still have lasting power. Then please spread the word as much as you can. But if not, us Looney Tunes, like, this will probably be the last Looney Tunes movies in theaters. So if that is the case, we tried and we failed to save it. And we just got to pack up. And maybe in the next 10 to 20 years, there'll be another one. But I really do think Space Jam 2 hurt it. Because no one asked for Space Jam 2. And LeBron, I've heard he's political. I don't know much about basketball. I'm a nerd. And I heard him being in the movie really did tank it. And then they had the rapping Bugs Bunny stuff. That movie was too fucking long. I walked out of it. Like, I tried to sit through that garbage. But that movie pissed me the fuck off. And I walked out an hour, like 50 into it. And it was like 2 hours, which is way too long. This movie does it right with an hour and 30 minutes. But Space Jam 2 really made me mad. I seriously fucking broke a coffee table. Like, I just kept punching it and hitting it because it really did make me mad because it was so fucking boring. And them doing that bullshit at the end, I did see the bullshit at the end where they like pretend bugs died and stuff and all the digital basketball shit, and it wasn't even a real game of basketball. It was a computer video game where they I don't even remember. I hated that movie. But yeah. And they was like, Bugs sacrificed himself. He's a toon. Toons survive anything. Hell, Daffy and Porky in this movie survived a big-ass explosion and having shit blown up in their face. Looney Tunes can survive anything. And if this movie bombs, they'll live to fight another day. Maybe not in this decade, but maybe the next decade. And, I just wish them good luck because... Mickey Mouse walked and the Disney walked so Warner Brothers could run with their animation, and that's why we have animation today. So be grateful, and it's just good to look on the past. That was just my thoughts on this. Thanks for listening. Subscribe and like if you feel like it.